So I'm going to show you some things out of two bags today. And I would like you to think about um, like who these bags belong to. So think of, the gender of the person, what age group you think they might be, what ethnicity they might be, and then whatever you feel like from the socioeconomic background and things like that, just have a look at these bags and see. And you can put it in chat, or you can, raise your hand at the end and we can discuss it afterwards. So the first bag, I hope all of you can see. First bag is this. And I'm just going to pull out some things out of this bag. Water bottle. There is and there's this book. So you can write it in chat. What are your thoughts about what gender this person is, what ethnicity, what age group? There's some. And the last one, I guess I can show. So that's the first bag. Now I'm going to show you another bag, the second bag, and I'll ask you to tell me what you think about this woman. Awesome. Okay. So what do you think? So if I read some comments here, younger, hippie chick, second bag around 40 plus, travels, hidden disability. The first is career woman, mother or partner, coffee drinker, quite trendy person in 40s. Can you say something about what do you think about the ethnicities? Okay, so what if I tell you that both the bags are mine? So it's basically, it's, some people, this just shows that by looking at things and situation, you cannot really tell who a person is and what is happening in their lives. And unconsciously, we bring our own cultural frame of interpretation to any situation. And this is not to say that culture alone determines how we interpret a situation or a person. Our own unique personality and our history also plays an important role as well in us making those assumptions, and there is this stereotype and unconscious bias about certain things that we use at different times in our lives. So, I mean, for me, I can safely say that the first bag and all the things in the first bag are on my husband's card, and the second bag is my own, is on my own card. So it just depends on, we have a tendency to evaluate and just make judgments, and there is bias about your social standing and everything with regards to the things that we use. But we need to recognize that we need to, when it comes to different cultures, when it comes to different situations, that it's always good to take a pause between observing and interpreting. So we observe something and then take a pause before you interpret the situation and before you interpret the person. Because it's just being a human, judging, and making these assumptions and things like that, looking at things and looking at a person. But it's just taking that pause and getting to know a little bit about that person before we interpret and before we start supporting the people who are coming, in front of us. So, within our cultures, what happens is that we evaluate things and we evaluate the behavior as good or bad, or the socioeconomic backgrounds and the age, ethnicity, just by looking at things. But it all kind of just make sure that you try and have a pause, get to know the person, don't interpret, and before you start supporting that person, don't come. Yes, there are going to be judgments made. That's just being human, but be very, very, conscious that, okay, we can change. We can, we need to know this person before we start supporting them. So getting to know them, getting to know what, the environment is like and everything before we start supporting and make those judgments. So this exercise was just to make you realize that we all have this unconscious bias and we do stereotype. But please take a break in between observation and interpretation.